and it was so great. The tornado came. Booty call. Booty call. Booty call.
Booty call.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to. That wasn't supposed to come out.
Hello, everybody. This is your on-duty segment for February. Now we have quite a little difficult question. It's about body issues and weight and all those things that can make us a little bit crazy. I'm Kyle. This is Harley.
Still a virgin, I'm down.
This is Miss Cretia.
But I'm talking gross though.
Miss Tracy.
Because that's what it's all about.
And Miss Hillary.
I'd be like, oh, I can't breathe.
Yeah, get off!
Alright, so you're dating somebody, maybe for a while, and not all of a sudden, but maybe all of a sudden you realize that their body has changed. Maybe you met them at a certain weight or level of activity, and now they're maybe heavier. And I've had friends go through this, and it's kind of a problem because maybe you're not as attracted to them as you were before. I guess the question is, it's a touchy subject. What have you been in a situation, and what would you do, Mr. Harley? So you were in a similar situation.
Yeah, I was, and he got very emotional and didn't talk to me for almost a week.
How did you bring it up though?
Over dinner.
I need that 2x4. Can you go to the door?
Over
No,
a Big Mac.
I did portion control on both of our plates, and then went back for seconds. That was fine, but when the third came and then continued by sneaking a fourth, I was kind of like, listen, we gotta talk, because it had been 2 years, and
They're starving kids
couldn't
in
share the
China.
same clothes anymore, basically.
And so he did not take it well.
No.
That is what happened to me when I was becoming less attractive to the person, in my last relationship.
Beep.
Exactly. Beep. So beep and I. No, and I was becoming less attractive because he was like gaining weight rapidly.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were both kind of gaining weight together. We were both unhappy. I can remember one time I was getting my clothes out of the dryer and I was like, oh my god, I hate this dryer. Shrunk my clothes again. And he was like, it's not the dryer. And that was Cinco de Mayo 2 years ago. I will never forget.
Did you talk about it?
No, we never talked about it. Then it would, because I was frustrated with him, and I think he sensed that and was just kind of getting back at me. And then when I had the accidentally drink too much, tell him I couldn't breathe and he was too fat. This isn't a raising the roof. This is like raising the large person on my body.
So let me get this right. You told someone that he was too fat during sex.
More like before, and then of course that was also the end.
I think that when you're in a relationship, because people talk about it a lot, like people let themselves go, they do feel comfortable, they don't feel like they have to look as cute as they did when they're out in the clear. So it's almost
It's because you're on the prowl and you're in a different
but I
set. Your
think you
mindset
have
is
to have a thing where you keep yourself
You're
up.
healthy. Exactly.
Yes.
You're just
Well,
being healthy.
Cognizant.
Or just being healthy, not actually, the...
Exactly.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
healthy. Because if you're happy, you're
healthy.
Yeah, you're healthy. Exactly.
And so it's almost like, and I like what you said, like if you just acknowledge where you're at with them, it feels like a bad for somebody to put you in a situation where they're gaining weight,
Right.
and put you in that situation where you're having to do things or manage it for them.
Yeah.
So if everybody just kind of took control of like their situation, and either if you're gaining weight, acknowledge it, and then you just kind of be aware.
See, my problem was different. He lost weight. And his body got so small. His frame was smaller than mine. Ass became voluptuous instead of like, damn, that's a hard ass. It's not firm, that's like muscular, like tossing hay. No. But like, girl, look at me in these jeans.
You have the hay hooks, you
grab
toss
it and you toss them.
Yeah.
I might start doing that at Urban Body, like tossing hay.
Right.
I'll do a tossing
Do it.
hay class.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'll call it Hey Girl Hey.
I was bigger than he was. Like, my shoulders are broad, I'm muscular, but he was so petite. Like, he wasn't a big man, but then he was bigger because he was thicker.
Yeah.
And, I like that, hugging a man.
So
But then he just, and I hated it.
Well, my whole view on it is bottom line.
Yeah.
There's no gray area there. First of all, when you meet somebody, 9 out of 10 times, you meet them from afar and there is a physical attraction.
Oh yeah.
Now, I do not think that it is fair to anyone involved in a relationship to where, like, especially people who get married,
Right.
and then 3 years down the road, somebody's almost 100 pounds overweight. You know, I mean, you've got to not only be fair to yourself,
That's happy
but
weight.
you also,
together.
Well,
you know what? There's happy weight, and then there's like, honey,
Is it like
I'm so
freshman
happy.
15? Like there's 15 pounds.
You know, there's a limit. I mean, I like it. I mean, it's a sign when you put on like maybe 5, anywhere in the neighborhood between 5 and 10 pounds. I think you should have fun with it
Yeah.
and play with it and have a good time. But women are very sensitive to that. But you know what? To me personally, that is a that really truly reflects what that person feels about themselves.
Yeah.
You know,
So
like
it would be a
if you-
deeper issue.
Yeah, that's if the whole, I mean, there's other things in their life that they feel that they're not in control of. I like a little extra junk in the trunk and a little few extra things going on, and you know, but also at the same time, to me, it's about healthy. And I'm not the one that watches the scale, and I don't walk around going, wonder how much she weighs this week.
Yeah.
But when it gets to the point to where you feel like somebody's like letting themselves go.
Right.
But to be honest with you, actually, I've always found myself more times than not on the other side of that, where
Uh-huh.
I'm the one that gains weight. 6'1", I can have a little bit of weight, but you know, it's a perk. But then there does come a point in time to where all of a sudden I'm looking at myself going, wow, I'm getting big.
Yeah.
But I also then at that point in time try to make an effort to fix that as quickly as possible. But more times than not, for me personally,
You've been on the-
it's when I've been in an unhealthy relationship where I'm not happy.
So it's like a sign to you.
Yeah, it's like a sign to me
Or
that,
good.
okay, look, I'm gaining weight, I'm not happy here, I don't really care, you know, and kind of the whole comfort food issue.
So if the relationship's healthy and they gain weight
It'd be something you can
or
discuss.
lose weight,
Right.
Or something you can do together.
it's almost like, I just think if you're cognizant of yourself and if you have a good relationship, you could talk about it, bring it up, and maybe not make it such a big deal.
Right.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'm thinking it's probably depending on the quality of the relationship, maybe depends on how big of a deal it could be. Because like I mean, all the things that we talked about, when it's kind of a big deal, the relationship wasn't so great itself. We're
Right.
thinking
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
difficult. Handle with care, guys.
Yes.
All right, for the on-duty team, I'm Kyle.
Harley.
Grisha.
Tracy.
Hillary.
Let us know what you think. Send us an email, contribute@onatlanta.com.
See you real soon.
We're
Like, should we synchronize? Like, we need to synchronize.
left to right. See
See
ya!
ya.